today I'm going to show you how we use our cone cutters. So the set comes with 3 different sizes. You've got a small, medium, all the way around, Sharon, a large, a medium and a small. Alrighty, so I'm not going to make all 3, I'll show you the biggest, and the others are made exactly the same way. Alright, so let's get going. So what you're going to need your cutter, a workboard, rolling pin, smoothing tool, potter's knife, and then some sort of rib or card for compressing your clay. Alright, and obviously your clay. We're using stoneware clay. If you're using, you can use air dry clay as well with these cutters. And don't forget your little slick, which is just clay and water, and then a paintbrush. Okay, so I'm going to get enough clay that I'm going to need that once it's flattened out, I know I can get my cutter. Alright, if you're doing all 3, you might want to go for a bigger piece of clay. Or you might want to do them all individually. So I'm just smoothing out all these creases and crevices. Always do this with every start of every project, just so I don't have all them running through my clay. And then I'm just going to give it a gentle squeeze, squash it down a bit. I don't have to do too much work with my rolling pin. Okay, and then I'm just going to flatten it down a little bit on my board. So I'm just going to move my cutter out of the way. Okay, I'm going to tap, make it across. If you've got guiding sticks, you could always put your sticks down and just roll your piece. And just tap out. Keep turning it over so it doesn't stick to your board. And I'm going to change direction. You'll see me change it around a few times. Otherwise, I just get a long, narrow piece of clay. And I want to be able to do all this. And I think I've probably not got enough clay here. I might have to do the medium one. But we'll see how we get on. Just keep turning that clay around. Keep lifting it from your board. You can always stretch your clay out as well by picking it up, flipping it over. You'll stretch your clay out without having to do all that work with the pin. There we go. So I will have to do the medium one. We'll go for the medium one. Alrighty. So, take your card or your rib and compress your clay. You're going to use enough pressure to get rid of any marks off your pin, but not too much pressure that you can put more in with your card. And you'll notice that every few wipes I'm just cleaning off that card, just so that clay doesn't go back. Do one side, turn it over, and we're going to do the same on the back. Now then, I've got a great big air pocket there, so I'm going to fill it in with a piece of clay, and then I'm going to go back over it. Another one there. Fill it in. There we go. Now then, I always release my clay from my board before I start using the cutters. There we go. Fit your cutter in, pop it on top, and then just gently press down all the way around. This middle bit here is just a support for your edge. There's no cutter on that bit, it's just these edges. And then lift out. Alright, there you go. If it doesn't and it just sticks, you just peel it out with your thumb like that. You just press out using your thumb. Get rid of that. There we go. Now then, if you've got a maker's mark, you might want to put your mark on your piece. So I'm just going to get my little stamper. Always forget to get something out. Okay, so using stamps, you want to just a little bit of corn flour. I'm just going to mark there. Okay, bit of an angle like that. Just come down. I bet I have to do it on one side now. There we go, and then I'm just going to score that edge, like so. turn it over, do the same again. Score. It's going to go there. And I want my mark on the inside. You might want your mark on the outside, so it doesn't matter where you're going to put it. Okay. Now then, what we're going to do is we're going to put some slip on that. Just dab that down there. Dab that down that end as well. And then just ever so gently bring those two edges together and just overlap those beveled edges like that. And I'm just tapping, I'm not trying to blend it at this time, I'm just trying to bring those two edges together. Okay, you can lift it up as well and do it while it's in the air like that, and I'm just bringing those two edges together like so. Okay, once you've got it up like that and they're tacked together, just give it a gentle squeeze and get it into its nice cone form. Okay. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to fetch in my tool and I'm going to just drag that clay across like so. Okay, and I usually do a bit of a crisscross. I usually come across that way and then do it a bit like that. Just gently working all the way up. And you can smooth that out with your card or your rib like so. Upwards or sideways, whichever way your clay wants to work. Push that out a little bit from the inside. Lost its shape a little bit. And then you're going to do exactly the same on the inside. So gently lift him up. You can see this seam here. Use your tool and just gently seal that seam. Got my hand underneath supporting it. Like so. And then what I normally do to get rid of them seams inside, especially with these smaller ones because you can't get your ribs in, either use a damp finger like that just to rub across. In fact, I might show you that. Damp finger, just rock that finger backwards and forwards. Sometimes I do circular motions like that and it'll just take those working lines off. Okay, and that is how you put them cones together. Okay, just going to do a bit more work on that top piece there. So what do they make? Sometimes we'll do our Christmas trees, our luminary trees with these. We use them for our gonks that we've got in the studio. Sometimes we make Christmas reindeers. You can punch holes in them to make little luminaries. Okay, but that's how you put the set together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to thin off the bottom, just dip my finger and my thumb in that water pot. And just drag that around the outside like that. It's going to take off that rough edge. You can do it with one finger like that. And it's just going to thin that base out a little bit. Okay, and that's how you put them cones together. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you soon.